Hello everyone, welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival Reforged version 1.10. In today's episode, we're going to continue following the search for our crew. But in today's episode, that's what we're going to do. We're just watching the sunrise over there. Doesn't it look amazing? I got a fresh cup of coffee here. Tastes good. Really good, by the way. Really, really good. Alright, let's get in the pilot seat. Let's go see what happened to our crew. Alright. Here we go on the reading front here. This can't be the right place. These people live in primitive housing. They do not have the capacity for interstellar travel. It seems you may be right, Commander. Nonetheless, these creatures were not described in the Heidelberg's logs and should be investigated for potential information. It would be best to approach in the times between regular drone patrols, Commander. If they cannot help us, it would cause unnecessary problems for them if we were found in their presence. We're dropping a big capital vessel in their area. Yeah. Don't know what they're gonna do about it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll go talk to the chief here in a second. Hmm. I like how they did that ramp. Here we go. A lot of gibberish. Talon. So you are the Talon? Chief. The chief points to a tapestry depicting a pyramid-like tower. Hide car. Yeah. Hmm. The chief gestures to the village gate and turns around. I guess we're done from here. Did you get any of that, Ida? The best I've got is that the chief wants me to go to some tower somewhere. I have recorded their conversation and identified the structure he indicated, Commander. It is quite far from your current location and is emitting a low electromagnetic signature. Shall I send the location to your display? Go ahead, Ida. Commander, I have forwarded the location of the tower or something that matches the tapestry the Talon Chiefs showed you to display. I wonder what I'm supposed to do there. Got any clues, Ida? Could it be a trap? It is unlikely there. Through the cameras of my suit, I was able to observe their tribesmen while you spoke with the chief and most of the people in the village. Most but not all. Should I be worried? Yeah, you should be worried. I wouldn't worry about it, Commander. The individuals I observed appear to be youths. If there's one thing I know about Ida, it's that angry youths will always cause trouble. He's not wrong, by the way. Hmm. Alright. Back in the ship. Well, the ancient tower ain't that far away. Get over here and see what the tower has to offer us. You are approaching the tower now, Commander. I'm detecting faint electromagnetic readings coming from beneath the structure. There appears to be some kind of entrance on the top of the tower, Commander. You don't say, Ida. You don't say. Where'd the fridges go off to? Up a level? Need some food here. That ought to suffice me for now. Hall of Knowledge. Hello? We get in trouble if we pick this? No. Nice. Can't remember what happens here. Usually it tells you to break through the wall. The design of this structure is more advanced than the Talon village, but I see many similarities. There could be many reasons, Commander, but I surmise that the Xerax presence here is the cause of their apprehended regression. Apparent regression. Yeah, that at the top of my list too. But why send me here to show me what they once were? These devices appear to be some kind of holographic terminal and may contain the answers to your questions. I'm detecting a live energy conduit running behind that wall. Try pushing against the wall, Commander. Already did that. This must be it. I found the lever. Now what? I found the lever. You want me to pull it? Alright, pull it. Looks like the power is on, Ida. All the lights and displays are working. I'm reading an increase in data traffic, and I have remotely connected to the computer system. Base 8, you mean? They count in divisions of 8 instead of 10, like us? Well, that would cause any problems operating. No, Commander, I will have the translation key completed momentarily, and I will transfer the files to your suit system. I have completed the translation key, Commander. Please approach the blue console. Loading Talon translation key to HDD Talon Lex. Talon Lex added to database. Forwarding translation to HUD and auto input output. I wish they would voice log the game for you. Kind of like, what game am I thinking? Yeah, I don't know what game I'm thinking of that voices all of it. Alright, let's continue. In the year of 1832-4, the noble Talon had regained the power to space flight and finally returned to the stars. Encountered our first adversary in the form of a trade federation, an atomic power spanning thousands of systems without formal military. They found opposition with our enlightened system and equality, and saw our people as both threat and resources. With no military forces of our own, we turned to an honorable warrior race, great in number and military prowess, but lacking interstellar travel, and uplifted them to be our allies and protectors against the economic might of the Trade Federation. Trade Federation doesn't seem like a very good group. With their military and tactical superiority on our side, the Federation aggression was halted and a stalemate achieved. Seeing no way for a profitable outcome for them, the Federation entered negotiations with our Talon Xerax Assembly con- con- to construct a system of codependent commerce between all our peoples, giving up their right to military forces in exchange for our allies' protection from external sources in their place. And so the Trade Guild and the Talon Xerox Assembly were formed. This looks like some kind of historical record. It appears to detail the rise of the Talon and their protectors and the allies, the Xerox, from the dating system, data system. I believe this would be some 2,000 years ago, and documents roughly 1,500 years of the Talon Xerox Assembly history over 800 pages. That's a long time to be allies for them to be in the condition they're in now. I'm guessing they're more recent. The red console is next, Commander. Confirm ID. You know, I love Empyrion, I do. Don't get me wrong, but they need to like have stopping points in the dialogue so you can read it all. The red console should have more historical data on the Talon command. Okay, I'm at the red console. Red console. Running Talon translation key Talon Lex. Take a drink of my coffee real quick. Yeah, if they did voiceovers, it would be good. Alright, let's see. Slowly the silence spread across the galaxy, engulfing everything it touched. No warnings, no transmissions, and no survivors. Gone were the days of peace for the assembly. War was upon us once again. The bonds that bind us together buried bright as the fires of war were waged upon the ancient evil of the past, our legacy. An ancient enemy we thought left behind long ago, bound to a dying galaxy with no way to travel the gulf of emptiness between the origins and the destinations. Naive we were, for while we were bound by lifetimes and memories, they were not. They took the long journey across the expanse with no thought of or risk, only the cost of time the journey would take. Some deep stuff here. To emerge here and now when were once again at peace, to take from us all that we have built again. To fight was our only a choice, but time and distance served to be only strengthen the ancient enemy, and so silence spread like a stain across the face of the galaxy. For where they spread, only silence was heard. This doesn't seem to have anything to do with the Xerox. It's talking about some war. Whatever whatever this enemy was, it was strong enough to topple a formidable alliance that had ruled the galaxy for over a millennium. I have found thousands of references to the legacy elsewhere in the database, but little information on their appearance and nothing on their language or culture. They can't have been that effective since this happened 400 years ago, and the Xerax are still here. There's no need to know about a dead enemy that we'll never run into. 239 years, Commander, but indeed the records describe the defeat of the Legacy further on. However, the Legacy were not completely destroyed, merely rendered dormant through the science and ingenuity of the Talon and Xerax. But nothing that says how the Talon ended up as this. No, Commander. I am not sure that it would be recorded here as such an operation would have been the surgical leaving of no one to update the records in the time permitted. There may be more information regarding that time of the green console. You can always come back and read about the legacy later if it interests you. Leave the console. Alright, so we got the green console. He's reading the text. I'm gonna grab a drink of my coffee real quick. Alright, here we go. Ready? Wait a second. This console only seems to have a database of the Talon controlled planets, foods, dances, and other culture related stuff. Well, this is probably what the chief wanted me to read. It's no use to us. Yes, this console appears to contain information about the Talon as a people. Personally, I find it fascinating, Commander. Can you enable the upload connection on the console so I can store these files for the UCH database? You, Ida, find something fascinating. That's the most expression I've heard out of you so far, Ida. One of my parameters is to investigate and document first contact with any alien species, Commander. I'm predisposed to fascination of alien creatures and culture. Does that mean you're investigating those big spiders where we've been running into as well? Of course, Commander. It's raining outside. If you would like to know more about the creatures we've encountered, you can review the ecological database in your PDA. I'll pass for that. Thanks, Ida. I'm sorry to interrupt, Commander, but I have detected that heat signatures moving in on the tower and information. I was able to trace them back to a transport half a kilometer away. They landed outside my focus. I apologize for not detecting them sooner, Commander. However, many hostiles are we talking about here? How many? There are only three, Commander. They appear to be taking flanking positions, one at the top of the tower to prevent your escape, and two preparing to breach. I guess let's go. There's just one up here. Hello. Did I break it? They are preparing to breach, Commander. Get away from the red console. Where's this dude supposed to be up here? You said there was three, right? There's the third one. But how'd they know I was here? That's too short of a time for them to have gotten as close as they did. The only way the Xerox could have beaten us here was if someone told them we were coming. I have a feeling the Talon are not so as peaceful as we thought. Hmm. Interesting development. Alright. We want the next floor up. We want the med chamber. Make sure we're all healed up real good. And then we'll go back over to the chief and see what he has to say. Alright, time to take a drink of coffee. Something tells me this coffee's gonna be good today. I'm recording this on Wednesday. I'm just trying to get to the dialogue of the Talon people. Alright, let's see what the chief has to say for himself in a second. What you got for me, Chief? I see you have returned, traveler. I hope your journey was enlightening. Wait a second. You can speak my trade standard? Of course I do. How else would I have purchased supplies and sell ingredients to the traders of the... Yeah. Then why send me on this wild goose chase to learn your language and history? Couldn't you have just told me what I wanted to know when I first came here? Came in here? Could have. But then you would have both learned nothing for yourself and proved nothing to me. I'm now confident that you are neither a Xerox spy or an enemy of the clan. By the way, what is a goose? Some kind of animal? No, it's an animal, a bird from my home world. But that's beside the point. I was attacked by Xerox right after I reached the tower. What? The tower contains a record of our history. Much of the Xerox would like to refute, yet they would never intentionally destroy such a respiratory, respiratory repository of knowledge, as it may still be used in if war resumes. What can you tell me, Chief? They blew in a wall to get in, and they took out one of the consoles and everything behind it, the red one, I think. By the time I'd reached the tower, they'd already landed at a safe distance and were making their way on foot to the tower. See, now this is the way it should be going. That knowledge is backed up, so as long as the other consoles are undamaged, then it can be repaired. I can tell what you're thinking. That someone here told the Xerox patrols where to find you, aren't you? Not to put too fine a point on it, Chief, but yes. It shames me to admit that you are probably right, Traveler. I can even understand why they did it. You see, a year ago, when the ships of your people crashed on the planet, several villagers were caught in the fires caused by flames, debris that remained down across the planet. That rained down across the planet. I ordered my people to go and put out the fires of your settlement, of our settlement, and those of the neighbors, then to aid any survivors from your people's ship. To my sorrow, when we tried to help your people, they mistook us for Xerox and our aid for an attack. We lost many people that night. Several of our young hunters lost friends and family members and have held a grudge since then. After I sent you to the tower to learn our ways and language to prove you were not an enemy, several of the huntsmen came to me and demanded that I render you no aid. That instead I should contact our Xerox jailers and trade the information for supplies or weapons. Naturally, I refused. I would be a poor leader to lend an assistance to the Xerox who enforced these conditions upon us. Hmm. So basically, what he's telling me is the Xerox don't want to give him guns because if the Talon get guns, then they could rule the world just like the Xerox and whatnot. But they got crossbows that have got poison in it. Unfortunately, it seems the youngsters did not like my answer to their demands. Now it seems that they may have done something unforgivable. These conditions, I never did find out how the Talon ended up this way. What will happen to the hunters? Yeah, let's try that one. The youngsters will be apprehended and brought before a tribal council to determine their guilt. Understood. I didn't get to read that other part. Is there some way I can help? I believe you may meet opposition. On the other hand, I believe some of the other hunters may also refuse the order to bring in the youngsters. I would ask you if you are willing to speak to the head hunters and tell him to call in the hunters at my request. Right away, Chief. See, Talon are always good people. The hunter is right up here. I think. No, he's a seller. What's him? Mushroom farmer. Hmm. Oh, there's the hunt master over that way. I would have got to him eventually. Alright, let's see where this story leads for all these new people. So you are the Terran that the chief has vouched for. I'm impressed. I'm not impressed. I'm not here to impress you. I'm here because the chief asked me to tell you to bring in the young hunters that are suspected of selling me out. No member of my hunters would dare sell out anyone to those treacherous Xerox thugs. You dare accuse my kinsmen of making deals with their kind? Question. I'm not accusing anyone. I'm here to make sure you call on the hunters instead of warning them. My people have no reason to flee your false accusation, Terran. I've already sent out a messenger to bring in the hunter parties. And are they back yet? Well, no. They should have returned some time ago. This does not mean they are guilty of anything, just that something has delayed them. They might be in trouble. Then I'll go out and bring them in myself. No, you will not, Terran. I will go and you I will go out and you will accompany me to ensure. Yeah, I messed that one up. I can live with that. So where are we going? Young Keeve is the closest. He should be near the stone monument at this time of day. I will meet you at the top of the tower. If I cannot find him, he will unlikely be near the tower and visible from the top. Let's head out then. Yeah, let's head out. The monument he's referring to is located not far from the village, Commander. But this may be a trap. I would recommend recommend caution, basically, is what Ida is trying to tell me. Ida knows best. Listen to Ida. Did I miss? There it is. Alright, where's this monument you speak of? Where's my shield off again? I must keep hitting the X key. That's not good. Oh, the monument's right here. I see a monument, no sign of the treacherous. I can't read that fast, guys. I cannot read that fast. So we're supposed to bring in a guy named Key. Stop right there, you deceitful, violent savage. Don't know how you tricked that fool of a chief, but I won't give you the chance to spout your lies at me. I haven't lied to anyone. Say your lies, save your lies, Terran. Your people murdered my father, whose only crime was that he was too kind, would never raise his voice or his hand against anyone, and your people basically mowed him down. I will never forgive you. You're kind, Terran. You taint this holy monument, this entire planet with your presence. A presence I will now cleanse, and doing so will help my father's spirit find Empyrion. Don't try to keep. You don't stand a chance against me with your crossbow. You think you can bring me in? You'll find I didn't come alone. I guess we're gonna do this the hard way. Hello. Keep. Xerox. Nice ship. That's a way to take him out, huh? You have several options, Commander. You could flee. Nah, flee. These dead Xerax, they could be useful at convincing them of Keith's treachery. Ida, monitor this location and make sure no one disturbs the body. I'm sure Keith wasn't alone. Your intelligence was never called in question, Commander. I will keep surveillance over this location and notify you if someone moves the bodies while you report to the chief. So basically, we gunned down Keith, and now we gotta go explain our actions to the chief. I hate this ship being on a slant. So we're gonna fly back over this short distance here. I could have probably walked and it would have been faster. Where's the chief at? He's over that way. Let's go talk to the chief. Come on, get unstuck. Let's not wave a gun around while we're talking to the chief, just in case we inadvertently shoot him. I see you have returned, traveler. Commander, 4 hunters have just retrieved the bodies of the Xerax soldiers and left with them in the direction of the Xerax facility. I see you have returned, traveler, but it is without the missing hunters. Keith. No, you do not need to explain. One of our hunters already saw you gun down Keith on top of the monument tower. It saddens me that you would work to gain my trust only to kill my clansmen in cold blood. What do you have to say for yourself, Terran? I was only defending myself after he attacked me. We Talons are not a violent people. We never initiated an attack, but we will respond if attacked. In this case, we have already received word that Keith's body was found alone at the base of the monument with several holes in his body matching your weapon. There are no other bodies. Your guilt is clear, Terran. Chief, I had hoped you would become a friend of the clan, traveler. We are so lacking in allies in these trying times that it seems that I pinned my hopes that we could mend the gap between our two people. I'm not lying. The bodies were removed after I left and to return here. Enough. No, Chief. What the Terran says is true. I saw it with my own eyes. Eve is a traitor. Huntsman, you who lost so many of your hunters to the Terrans, you would truly vouch for this one? You who cried loudest for vengeance against... Yes, Chief. I watched Key lead a party of 4 Xerax soldiers to the monument initially an attack on the Terran who sent to the monument to wait for me to bring Key peacefully. I didn't see the Xerax, 4 Xerax soldiers. I'm the head hunter for a reason, Terran. I know my way around a knife and a Xerax body armor. What I want to know is how you know the bodies were removed when I never saw you return. I'm a commander of the UCH research, or UCH for a reason. Trying to throw it back in his face. You had that machine. Ha ha ha. If you think you can pull the wool over my mouth, does this machine mind know who took away the bodies? They are surely in league with Keep schemes and... Wow, just slow down. With no way to identify them, then I know who they are. There are only 4 hunters still out on patrol. They did not heed the summit, Chief. But that is an issue for another time, is it not? Alright, they gotta slow down the dialogue. Yes, I believe it is, Hunt Master. I'm sorry, traveler, that you had to see us in our time of weakness. I must truly be getting old, if I could not see the darkness brewing within our youth. Well, I can understand losing a family member to war, you know. But to wrongfully kill them because they were just trying to help kind of is a bummer. It's not your fault, Chief. These are your people and they were wronged by mine. True, but the fault lies with me for not realizing how troubled my clansmen are, and also lies with them for not bringing their troubles to me before the situation worsened. So what we have now, things could have been much worse, so I'm glad that a crisis was averted, even if the result isn't what anyone could have called positive. You are now you are now welcome among my clan, Traveler Stonefall. Rest here and be at ease here. If there's anything I can do to help, you please ask. Where did the Terran survivors go to? Your clansmen, their vehicles headed to the trade station belonging to the Polaris traders. I know this because I didn't get to read all that. I will give you the coordinates of the station if you need them, but I'm sure your machine mind has already found the structure. I hope you find your people again, traveler. May the spirits guide you, Empyrion, and may the spirits guide you too, Chief. Now you're sounding like a member of the clan. Farewell, Chief. I hope to see you again. Not. Okay, we're going to do this chapter in the next episode, everyone. Let's see what it is. It says Chapter 3 Industrial Concerns. Commerce. Concern. I think that's an R, not an M. Common? Hmm. You cleared your name and found an unlikely ally in the Talon, but it seems the things are not as always as. Let's try this again. But it seems things are not always what they can. The players who helped smuggle your people off world headed off the Xerax. Your people off world ahead of the Xerax. Be trusted or not. Be, Xerax, be trusted or they are playing a deeper game. Only time will tell. Okay. I finally got through that one. From the location of the data of the Talon, I have a neutral station from which UCA survivors left the planet. There's many transmissions and ships coming and going from the station. The lack of armaments indicate that they are likely cargo freighters. If I had to make a guess, Commander, I would say that it's some from trading. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Please tell me that didn't come through the mic. I didn't see the symbol go. The voice thing went up. Really, I'm sorry. I do apologize about sneezing. I tried to mute in time. Now I lost the dialogue. All right. So in the next episode, we'll go to the trade station and see what they have to offer us. See if we can't get some more answers to where our Terran forces went. But this is where I'm going to call this video, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you storm that like button. And if you're new here, subscribe for more daily videos. Okay, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye. And thanks to all my Patreons.